Hi, this is Reiki Master Teacher Jessica Hitch with Peaceful Presence in Dallas, Fort Worth. And I just felt called to make a video about suicidal thoughts, a desire to die, a desire to end one's life, because in fact, I have been there many times. And today I was filled with overwhelming gratitude that I did not pursue those thoughts or those feelings, and that I've been able to overcome and transform the suffering that led to me thinking those thoughts. So I'm making this video for anyone out there who might be experiencing suicidal thoughts, despair, deep depression. I'm going to urge you to get whatever professional help is needed as far as counseling, because that is one of the key things that has helped me, is to get an outside perspective from somebody who has professional training and who is able to help me understand the way my mind and emotions work. Um, I was in so much pain at one point that every day when I woke up, I would wet my pants because I couldn't walk anymore. I had become bedridden and disabled from rheumatoid arthritis and Lyme disease. And so I literally prayed to God to kill me, because at age 27, I really couldn't fathom why I would need to still be alive if I was unable to move. I mean, I was laid up in bed, and at the worst point, somebody had to lift a sheet over me, because to physically lift the sheet hurt. I was miserable and very, very hopeless. And, I've had another really dark time in my life, too. Um, when I graduated college, it was all of a sudden like, what is this world about? What is there for me? And so the second part of healing for suicidal thoughts for me has been to awaken spiritually. And so I know now that all of that despair was a call for my soul. It's like a wake up call. And there's a great author. She's written a book called The Language of Emotions, and her name is Carla McLaren. And in there, she teaches that every emotion is actually a message and has a purpose. And so suicidal thoughts are in the book. There's a whole chapter in there. And so I recommend you check out Carla McLaren's Language of Emotions for more detail on that. And I believe she even blogs about it too. So it's powerful to connect to these thoughts and these feelings and not push them away, but to acknowledge them and to start to inquire more deeply into why they are appearing. Areas where you may feel hopeless or experience despair. So what happened for me after college was that I started on a spiritual path. Slowly but surely, I went from being a raving atheist who would yell at anyone who mentioned God to becoming an extremely devout spiritual practitioner, is what I would call myself, because I actually am drawn to teachings from most, if not all, of the major world religions, including the path of the goddess and the sacred feminine. And it's been a journey that is grounded in meditation. And so I remember I went to meditate with the Sangha, which is a meditation community locally that practiced Buddhist teachings based on Thich Nhat Hanh. And the first time I was there, I was focusing on my breath, breathing in, breathing out, and all of a sudden the suicidal thoughts just welled up. It was almost overwhelming. I was tearing up and I was trying to focus. I was so embarrassed too. There were other people there. But in my mind, I heard this phrase, Amitabha, which means infinite love, infinite light, infinite life. And it was like for that 1 second, I could just hold on. And it got me through. And I now know, seeing how my life has evolved through my spiritual journey, I've gotten everything I need for healing from God or Source or the divine, universal wisdom, whatever this is, goddess, whatever name we call it, Great Spirit, Wonkin Tonkin, my own soul, my own higher self, my spiritual guides. They have all helped me to heal and to transform the suffering that led me to pray. to God to kill me. And now I am super glad he didn't, because a lot of the issues have cleared up. And I was hopeless because I had lots of doctors telling me things like, get in a wheelchair, you can expect not to hike ever again. It felt like my life was being taken away from me. I was taking very expensive medications, had many doctor's visits, but through my work with the angels, and specifically Archangel Raphael, I was guided to a local chiropractor who used kinesiology to assess me, and we were able to discern that I actually had Lyme disease, which had been undiagnosed by a whole slew of doctors that I'd seen who had given me the hopelessness and the despair. And so I had visualized myself getting better when I first became disabled, and some days I would just cry and feel like it was so hopeless. And it took a long time. I prayed to the Holy Spirit to heal me. I prayed so much. I gave myself Reiki in the meantime, which is energy healing. It's something that flows from your hands, and it feels amazing. It's based on the idea that we're all energy, ki. Chi, it's a vital life force in Eastern thought. And so suicidal thoughts or feelings are actually a disruption in that chi, that life force. So Reiki, with my hands, I can sense where the disruption is. I literally feel tingles or heat, and then I feel this energy, the healing energy of love flowing through my hands. And it lasts however long it lasts, and then I move on. And I believe this is a miracle for the planet. I mean, because I can walk again. I've given myself Reiki almost every day since then, and continue to follow my guidance and to pray. And what I'm finding is that a lot of the troubles, whether it was my way of thinking, my way of choosing, my self-perception, difficulties, feelings of disconnection and hardship, whatever it was, these are all gradually healing and transforming. And especially when I got the Holy Fire Reiki attunement, I remember there was a big shift in my feeling of depression. It lifted and felt much better. And so I'm a work in progress. I continue to resolve many of these issues, but I feel I've moved past the worst of the worst. And so I just wanted to share this with anyone out there who may be suffering from suicidal thoughts or tendencies or depression. First, to know this is impermanent. And it is completely possible that no matter what challenge you face, one day you'll look back on your journey and you'll say, I am so grateful I did not follow through on that, because look at all the people I have helped. Look at all the lives I've changed. Look at all the growth I've experienced. So just remember that whatever you're facing will transform. It's one of the Buddhist teachings. It's impermanent. It's always changing. And there is hope, no matter how many people have told you there isn't. And the way I found healing was by getting help from counselors, including art therapy, which was super fun. And I got help spiritually. I started praying and forming a connection with my own spiritual source and letting my spirit guides come and help me. I looked at my emotions and the messages within them and really tried to go deep and understand why I was having these thoughts and see them as messengers. And dun, da, 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 I feel so much happier and healthier now. And a lot of the things that caused me to feel that way have also improved. And so I'm so grateful. Reiki played a very important part in my healing process too. So I recommend to anyone out there who's suffering from this energy imbalance to try some Reiki. You can get a session from a Reiki practitioner, or you can take a Reiki training and activate Reiki in yourself. And that's my favorite, because I can give myself Reiki every day, and it helps with just ordinary pains, headaches, cramps, whatever. And so it's an amazing tool for your toolkit. So thanks for listening. I hope this helps anyone who is having those challenges. And don't forget to reach out for professional help or help from friends and family also. All right, peace. Enjoy your night.